Prey was a game released in 2006, and a lot of unique gameplay elements going for it, such as the portals, shifting gravity, and full-on child murder. I don't know how...
The world is full of stories.
Our story begins with us playing as Tommy, as he berates himself for not being like Chad.
What are you looking at? Real tough guy. Can't even tell her you love her.
After looking around the bar for a few minutes and meeting with some friendly locals, Tommy, his girlfriend and grandfather are all immediately abducted by aliens. Once aboard the ship and saved by a very convenient explosion. Also, not sure what's going on here, but now we're aboard the ship and free to explore. Oh my way, I have to.
Grandfather! Oh my God! Tommy, you must go. Hang on! I'll try to stop this thing! I shall await you in the land of the ancients. Oh my God! No! No!
Well, Granddad is dead. We still have girlfriend to save, so guess we'll just wander around some more. Fucking shot myself. After meeting the dog for a second time. We end up trapped and fall to our death. Thankfully, Grandad died first, so he could give Tommy the power to never die, but instead go to a shitty minigame, and he gave us a cool pet bird.
The land of all that Cherokee crap, it's a bunch of superstitious bullshit.
Although the bird ends up having somewhat of a grudge against Tommy, as he never really seems all that helpful. Check it out, bird. Is it safe? It wasn't safe. He does, however, translate alien text for some pretty basic puzzles, and looks pretty cute perched on things. Show me the way. Speaking of puzzles, the game is absolutely full with mediocre ones. Whether it's find the portal, find the button, find the button, arranged edition, find the button, and spirit walk to it, or just awkwardly push a bomb to a certain spot. Find the button. Great advice, dude. I'm sure he can do all this. Wait, he's alive? But obviously more important to a game like Prey is going to be his guns. And I mean, it's a game developed by 3D Realms, so it's going to have some pretty fucking cool guns. First off, you've got the absolutely classic monkey wrench, for which they're famous for.
Sorry, brother.
You've also got a sniper assault rifle, where the assault rifle is more of a high-powered spud gun, and the sniper runs on a charge that runs out after about 2 shots. The grenades are actually pretty unique. It's a little alien that you rip the leg off of and it just fucking explodes in your face and kills you. You've got a gun that works on charges that you need to refill at these stations that are throughout the game. First off, you get ice ammo that just slowly freezes an enemy. Secondly, you get red plasma ammo that just kinda deals pretty decent damage. But then you get Zeus's fucking Thunderbolts! You also just straight up steal this dude's arm and it becomes a gun. It's a pretty good machine gun. Also has a grenade launcher. Then you've got probably one of the more disgusting guns. It either just sneezes on your enemies, or you can fire one giant green bogey. The final weapon that you get is just kind of a generic grenade launcher, but it does seem to hold the alien babies, and it's not like you made the gun, so, I mean... I also forgot to mention the spirit bullet that you get, but honestly it fucking sucks, and I only ever use that against the enemies you're forced to. Even though the guns are pretty interesting, the enemies are just super boring. None of them have interesting mechanics when fighting, and it's just a case of point and click. Most of the designs for the enemies are also pretty boring, with them being humanoid aliens, usually with just swapped out legs. Oh, the stupid shield guy. I fucking hate. Even later on in the game, the bosses just become regular enemies, even the keepers. I've kind of got myself away from the story, but honestly, after you talk to your dead grandfather, the game forgets about it as well. Other than occasionally seeing your girlfriend
Don't worry, babe. I'm right behind you.
and getting messages off your secret admirer, really nothing much happens. The game just kind of drags itself out, much like this video. Vehicle sections end up taking over the later half of the game. Okay. I wonder how long this is.
Do you really think you can sneak in, human?
Oh, god damn it.
I see you. I see everything.
With just gigantic rooms that you've often just got to find a small platform or door in. Oh my god, this is epic! Once all that bullshit is finally out the way,
What?
we can continue with the main story. We finally find girlfriend and she's...
Oh my god.
I don't even understand why girlfriend is attached to this thing, as it fights pretty well without her consenting, so, well, I've kinda gotta save ammo, so... With Tommy now pretty much at the end of his rope, he goes on an alien killing spree and finds... and continues to chase down the keeper to confront him.
I do not understand this notion.
Somehow Tommy didn't realise that the keeper's voice and the voice of his admirer are clearly different.
No, it's over.
No, Lucy. It has just begun.
So Tommy basically gives up and goes back to the spirit world, where somehow the aliens invade, because they can, okay?
And now you've led me here. You have done well.
So with Tommy now even more angry for them trying to make his granddad even deader, he charges to find the one behind this, and she kind of encourages and in fact helps him to get to her. You finally track the one down in charge of the spear who's been manipulating you this whole time and even followed you to re-kill your granddad. You break her out of her shell, and that's when the worst possible thing.
What are you doing? No!
With the only good character dead, Tommy has to now defeat this god himself, with the only way he knows how, just by shooting at her. Yeah, with any gun. She takes it to another round, but she left out ammo, so she's pretty nice.
Time is well.
Oh shit, I forgot to pick up that ammo.
Once I'm gone, you must bond with the
I'm gonna go get it.
place. You cannot imagine the power you...
With her dead, the sphere takes Tommy to be its new leader, which is a terrible idea because Tommy never learned how to drive and he goes straight into the fucking sun. Overall, Prey was an okay game. At the time, its portals and gravity changing really was stand out and really didn't hold back on its violence at all. Something Prey really reminded me of, if you want a decent horror read based around an evil planet, is Junji Ito's Hellstar Remina. It's really not for everyone, but if you're into spooky astronomy, I'd highly recommend it. Subscribe.